actually going to benefit us in a lot of ways. And I realized that essentially this is its own genre of acting. So there's film acting, commercial acting, theater acting, TV acting, and now all of a sudden we have webcam acting. And I'm serious, it actually is its own genre. And here's what's cool about it. And I want everyone to kind of grasp this and the enormity of what this means. The thing that clicked for me was the ones that are becoming really great are not just like put the phone down and perform in front of the phone. It's who can make the phone and their own room and their own space a part of the monologue. So essentially, you become your own cinematographer and actor simultaneously. It's sort of like that influencer idea. So I want you to understand that whatever device you're using is going to become a part of the piece. And then all of a sudden, these monologues and all the scenes and stuff we've been doing have just been popping this week in like a whole new way. And I discovered this because I was preparing for masterclass and just going through some different things with people. And all of a sudden, this hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, we can really use this medium and it can become its own art form in and of itself. And you can discover how you can be creative within this genre and then use that creativity, that outside the box mentality when we're not in this format, knowing that you're going to be coming back to it anyway. Because let's be honest, before the coronavirus happened, we were already doing online auditions. We were already doing online connections. So anyway, I'm very excited about it. Really, really pumped to get everybody in here. And I'm going to start doing my thing where we do the start and stop critiques. And Brian's going to jump in. Joey will jump in with some sound effects. And we're kind of running this thing like a TV show. So
there will also be on the live. I love it. On the live, there will be a cue for who's coming up next as well. So just be watching out for sort of like who our performers are and listening into that as you're watching.
And we have a very special guest. Did you guys meet my son who's here helping with tech? No? Yeah?
No, he hasn't been on yet.
Jack, get over here. Come over here
Come
to
on over
the
here,
camera.
bud.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle here.
You can also see him on the live.
Special guest.
This is my son, Giacomoli. He's in the house. Jack's gonna be helping out with those sound effects. He's gonna be tuning in, so you guys have another pair of eyes. If I just put the hat on Jack, he can critique, but we're not gonna do that tonight.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, I would like to tell you that earlier, when I was on the teen live at the end, I was speaking with your son, and I asked him. I said, "Jack, your haircut is fly." Like, it looks so good.
Peaky Blinders.
He said that you cut it.
I did do that, yeah.
He looks about 8 going on 16.
Yeah.
Which may be a problem for you. But you did a fine job.
You know what? I'm not ready to open my own barber, but it did the trick.
You're not ready to open your own barber?
A barbershop.
I think a barber is a person.
Just let him have that one.
Thanks,
part
Joey.
of the riffing process.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Joey. And there's the studio audience that always thinks Joey's funny.
Always thinks he's funny.
Yeah, I'll be here all weekend.
Yeah, he's tried to get some crickets in there, but Joey was a little bit of a slacker on the sound effects today.
Oh, I don't know about that.
All right, thank you, Jack, for the appearance. You can go back to your seat. Excellent, excellent. All right, so we're going to run this just like a TV show. That's the idea. So we're going to banter with each other. We'll probably make fun of Brian most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. I'd say
and
it
we'll do some great critiques for you guys. So, Joey, let's get the first contestant
Sounds good.
on the show here.
So
all right. So everybody switch over to that live video. And our first performer will be Jonathan Buckley.
Jonathan Buckley! Hey!
JB in the house.
JB!
Let me just move everybody else.
Because I don't know how.
What?
Teach me how to switch over to the live. I don't know how.
Oh, all right. Do you mean so?
That's why we started with him, actually, to make it easier to set that up. So
oh, okay.
After this, we can have Shay help you set that up.
All right.
Because right now we don't want it in the background.
Got it.
All right.
So just mute the live right now. So have it going, and then when this is done, Shay, will you want to give him a call when this is over?
Sure.
You better, Shay, or else.
Or else. else.
Or else what?
And we kicked her out before we
Exactly.
got in trouble. That was really smart, Joey. Very good.
I did do
All right. All right, Jonathan, let's jump right in.
All right.
Jump right, Jonathan.
So, action on your monologue when you're ready.
When I was a kid, I used to wake up screaming from these horrible nightmares. I used to think that there were murderers and kidnappers coming to get me in my sleep. Weirdly enough, it gave me this bizarre comfort to know at least I'd be on TV then, and people would cry about how young I was and what a horrible shame and what a waste, and yada, yada, yada. These days, it isn't the waking up that's rough. It's the trying to get to sleep. I just lie awake and think about how I used to believe I'd be a millionaire by 30. And that was if the economy was bad. How I'd be married by 25 and have a family after that. That's how it's supposed to work. A degree is supposed to be useful. Or maybe I'm just lazy. Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Or maybe I should have studied to be an engineer like my mom said. Anyway, these are the things that keep me awake at night. That weird voice that tells me I didn't get anything done that day, even though I worked a 10-hour shift at the store and read 3 chapters of War and Peace. That should mean something. I feel like it doesn't. Maybe it's just that I'm not young enough anymore to be looking forward. Things are supposed to be happening now, not mop up on aisle 3 happening, real happening. Grad school and teaching and tenure and instead I wake up, I turn on the TV and fall asleep, and I never go out and meet anyone. And maybe this is my life forever. That was a little dark, wasn't it? I tell you, I get this way sometimes. But then I look at these like Hollywood superstars. And did you know that Judd Nelson was 26 when he played Bender in The Breakfast Club? I mean, he was playing a kid, and he was older than I am now. That thought kind of calms me down. I mean, I'm not a movie star yet or anything, but I still could be. I'm youngish. Anyway, I still got time. Thank you.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Jonathan, that was great, dude. So first and foremost, really good diction. I think you focused on the words quite a bit. I'm a little confused about this guy's point of view because he seems to be going back and forth. He's vacillating from being sad and depressed to being optimistic at the very end. So, where is he coming from?
Well, my perspective was this guy's dad used to be a cop because he always had those nightmares when he was a kid. So he's talking to one of his dad's old cop buddies, family friend.
Okay. And so is he legitimately hopeful, or is he legitimately depressed, or like what's his deal?
Hopeful, but a little depressed too, because he wanted to be in teaching and actually do what his degree was, which was teaching, and he wanted to probably do a little bit of acting, but mostly teaching, and he just hasn't got there. He's stuck in a dead-end job working at a supermarket.
Why?
Because he's just a sub-teacher. He's not actually doing what he wanted to do, which was teaching and maybe a little bit of acting.
Why isn't he?
Because he's not a go-getter. He doesn't want to. He doesn't put the work in.
Okay, yeah. Does it have anything to do with his dad, do you think?
A little bit, because he always had those expectations of, and his friends had the expectations of, well, you should be a cop. Since we were all cops, we want you to be a cop.
Yeah. Did something happen to his dad?
I think his dad died.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. That makes sense. So that can be a huge I mean, it's obviously going to be a huge event in anyone's life if they lose a parent, especially at a young age. And so if you think about it, I've seen that either be a huge motivator for people or something that just kind of kills their spirit.
Yeah.
And it seems like for this guy, it just sort of killed his spirit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so maybe at the end he's sort of holding on to like a false hope of some sort.
Yeah, kind of like, I still got time.
I still got time, but really, I know for sure it's not really going to happen because I wake up and watch TV. So, like, what, how successful can I possibly be if that's what I do on my free time, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Honestly, dude, I thought it was really good. So I want to talk a little bit about the medium that I was speaking of earlier, and maybe we'll just do this for a little bit here in the beginning. Now, what kind of control do you have as far as you like holding a phone or anything like that? Are you going to need your mom's help or something like that?
I can hold the phone a little bit, but I'll probably need her help just because.
So is she there now? Can she hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. Hi, Mom. So what?
Hello.
Hello. You're part of the show now. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
So what I want you to do is I want you to think of yourself as a cinematographer. And are you on a laptop there?
Yeah.
All right. So, Mom, if you could pick up the laptop and you're going to kind of go right up into his face.
Okay.
Give me an extreme close-up on those eyes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Look deep into the eyes.
There we go. All right, good. And then, Jonathan, we're going to just run the kind of the beginning of this. And I want you to, I don't want you to pretend like you're not on a video call. I want you to be on a video call with this cop guy.
Yeah.
And you're calling him, and he's maybe saying, like, what's your deal, man? Like, how come you're not going and getting it right now? And then you're going to just sort of unload this information on him. And and then, Mom, as he's going, if you feel like you want to get a little bit closer, a little bit further away, you want to come around for a profile shot, any of that is fine. And then, Jonathan, you just kind of stay concentrated in that same spot, even if she moves.
I can do that.
All right.
When I was a kid, I used to wake up screaming from these horrible nightmares. I used to think there are murderers and kidnappers coming to get me in my sleep. Weirdly enough, it gave me this bizarre comfort to know at least I'd be on TV then.
Good. Go a little lower.
And people would cry about how young I was and what a horrible shame and what a waste. And yada, yada, yada. These days, it isn't the waking up that's rough. It's trying to get to sleep. I just lie awake and think about how I used to believe I'd be a millionaire by 30. And that was if the economy was really bad. How I'd be married by 25 and have a family after that. That's how it's supposed to work. A degree is supposed to be useful. Or maybe I'm just lazy.
All right, good. See, we'll stop there. Nice.
Very good.
All right, very good. So the other thing I want to do with you, and this will be your homework, I think that you should rewrite this slightly. And we've been talking about this since day one at the studio. I want you to rewrite every part to the best of your ability to play into what is uniquely yours.
Yeah.
So this thing can be flipped very easily to be a reveal that you're in the chair. I think that would be really cool. As a matter of fact, when your mom was like super close on your face, I was realizing we don't know any different.
Yeah.
You know? And then as we kind of pull out and we realize like, oh, this is the situation you're in, you could kind of tweak the end of this monologue a bit, but it makes sense where you're thinking to yourself, this happened to my dad, whatever it is that happened to you, maybe your story, your character story isn't that you've been in a chair your whole life, but maybe it happened to you later in life, or you have something else going on, like you got in a car accident or something which caused you to be in a chair. And so we have this thing where we come out and we reveal, and then we're stuck with this decision among ourselves to even think, we were judging you as an audience, thinking, oh, this guy is lazy. And then as you pull out and reveal who you really are, your insides, we're going like, oh, dang, like could we be doing better?
Yeah.
And that's a big challenge to us as an audience. So I think if you can find a way to get us to sort of live in your shoes for a second, I think that would be amazing, number one. And then number two, and this is going to go for everybody that's online, I want you to think of this idea of, from now on, when you're in these online classes for however long they last, you're not just delivering a monologue on tape and then we're watching you and giving feedback, but you are responsible for entertaining our audience.
Yeah.
So it's not okay to play one note from beginning to end, one angle. I want you to go in there and do something with it. Right. So I probably would have moved down a little earlier, but your mom, it was first time as a camera woman, I'm sure. But the idea being like, when you were close on the eyes, it was great. And then when we kind of moved down a little bit, it was like, oh, like this is interesting. I'm seeing this bit of his life, and you can do things, everybody, you can create your character's environment. So this guy, like what stuffed animal is on his couch, or you know what I mean? Like what is he wearing, or what's in the background, and you've decided each and everything that is particularly his, and it becomes a show to us. It becomes entertaining. And this is something where we don't have to look at this as a restraint. We can actually look at this as opening our minds to new creative ways to be actors and to be creators.
Cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Brian, we got something to add there?
I was just gonna say, and use the camera to practice through actually videoing. So I would do some rehearsals with your mom. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Literally practice it, record it, watch it back, direct her. Like, again, talk about the creative experience. Not only as a cinematographer and an actor, you get to direct this.
Yeah.
You get to like tell her, hey, let's go here, let's try this, and explore. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. Everyone needs to tune into Masterclass, because it's going to be its own special thing. It's probably never going to happen again that we teach Masterclass in this way. Yeah. But I'm so pumped to see what the actors come up with. Like I fully expect someone to at some point just leave the phone someplace and I just hear their voice, and then they step through the frame, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm expecting really high level creativity, and especially on the second day, once I walk them through some ideas and we play with this new genre together. That's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah. It's like, man, this is our own new way of creating film. And we saw it 3 nights ago now. Tom Hanks filmed the opening of SNL from his living room. Yeah. Right? And it's like, dude, this is a whole new genre right now, and we are, as a society, we are figuring it out, and the actors who are currently training with us are on the forefront of learning how to do this right alongside us. And I'm telling you, we've been teaching acting kind of normal through this avenue, and then all of a sudden it clicked. We go, oh, dude, even if we weren't in coronavirus right now, this would be a class we would offer because it has so much value.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be more creative.
Totally. You can be creative in a different way. That there are restraints, but there are also things that can open you up. And it's just like anybody, you especially, but anybody who has any kind of restrictions, they can then use those to their advantage, or they can use it as something that holds them back.
Yeah.
All right. Very good, sir.
Woo. Good job, Jonathan. Give Shay a call. She'll help you out.
Next up, we have Ian Seegers, and then after Ian, we will have Kimberly Lords.
Yeah.
We are bringing Ian in right now. And I would just like to, for the audience, I know he doesn't have his headphones on right now, but I would like to silence the haters right now, okay?
Silence the haters?
Yeah, silence the haters a little bit, Are you ready?
What does that mean?
You
Silence
ready for this?
the-
Well, you know, I can get a cricket sound.
Ah.
Is that
From your phone.
Crickets.
Is that cricket?
From your unprepared phone. All right, here we go. Let's get
so
back to
weird.
class here.
Oh.
Here we go. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No,
more-
I mean it's
no more
fine.
hate. Oh, look who got out of bed. What is
Whoa!
it?
Oh my God!
It's only 8:30, Ian. What are you doing out of bed, dude?
That's crazy.
I thought for sure you'd be still sleeping. I can't hear him laughing, but I think he enjoys my
It looks
jokes.
like it's funny. It looks like he's having a great time.
And he also is trying to steal my style. Like, what is going on with this guy?
No, wait,
I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's okay, dude. I mean, I want to be just like me too.
I saw you had, so I had to throw it on.
For sure,
That's all
dog.
I-
For sure. All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Cool. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. All right. Cool. Excuse me. Can you I was wondering if you could help me find a book. I actually, well, I'm looking for books on marriage. How to have a good marriage, not how to love the right way. Well, give me a second. How to be a good husband, and how to best make love. Not fiction, mind you. And I know I look on the internet, but more like old knowledge, things that our souls know that long ago were shared by word of mouth, generation after generation.
All right, good. This is
And
good.
then-
So let me ask you a question. Why'd you go backwards? Why'd you walk to the other side of the room?
So I realized in the settings that you guys have set and that you made reality, and it helps being realistic. In this reality that I live in, instead of seeing or imagining that I'm talking to a fake librarian, I've called a library on FaceTime, and while waiting for the call to pick up, I'm looking for the book. And
Great.
I'm looking through the book.
Are you on a phone? Looks like you're on a phone.
I am on a phone.
Awesome. Pick it up. Bring it right up to your grill. Yeah, good. All right. So now imagine you're waiting. Okay, so you're in the library hold line,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it kind of like comes to. Okay, and then I want you to come in and I want you to try to build a relationship with this person on the other side of the phone, and you're asking for help to get her to help you find this thing. Okay, and then
Using the lines or using other words?
no, yeah, using the lines.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're there and you can't see anybody. You're in this whole thing, and then all of a sudden she sort of like comes to, and you're not even sure if she can hear you yet. So you're like looking and trying to check in.
Is that 2? Is that 1? Does that mean I'm next? Oh, okay. All right. I guess while I'm waiting, I could look for my own books.
Sir, hello, sir, hello, waiting for you.
Hello?
Are you there?
Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Been listening for a while, sir.
I apologize. Yeah. I called because I'm looking for books.
Well, that's
marriage.
why this is the library. So very good.
I'm
Congratulations.
sorry. But
Maybe you could be a little more specific.
how to have a can you hear me?
Yeah, sir. I'm not deaf. I might be old, but I'm not deaf,
Okay.
sir.
How to have a good how to have a good marriage.
Sir, you're really gonna have to figure that one out for yourself, probably.
But what to what to do, what not to do, how to be a good husband,
Okay, tell you what, just don't cheat. How about that?
But no, like how to love the right way and how to best make
Sir,
love,
this is not
you know.
this is not that kind of library, sir.
Not fiction though, more like old knowledge, things that our souls know that long ago were shared by word of mouth.
Are you calling me old, sir? Is that what you're doing?
no,
Are you calling me old?
No, I like generation after generation, and then translated by hand, and then recorded, but have been forgotten. More, maybe some of the new science too, but not the pseudoscience, and not the things that are written like an essay by someone who doesn't know enough, but knows how to write.
All right, good.
Maybe.
Good. I'm gonna pause you there. So this has been interesting. It's been this dialogue back and forth, and I felt that there was like a relationship building, and you were getting embarrassed and funny. So that's great. Now I want you to be aware of the genre. So just like you can play one note, you started playing one note with your phone.
Okay.
Same angle, same time, and it was all movement. So eventually I started getting dizzy as an audience member.
Okay.
So think about this. Like, how could you sit down and prop the phone and then get back up and then, walk out of frame, walk into frame, get really like too close and then far away? And, like, I want you to find ways right now to use the genre as a creative way to help maintain our attention and keep us engaged with what you're doing. Okay? So let's keep going right from where you were.
And maybe some of the new science too. But not pseudoscience and not a series of essays written by someone who doesn't know enough, but maybe knows how to write but doesn't know how to think.
Good. Now you realize it's a crotch shot, and you're like, "Whoops."
Oh, sorry about that. Also, how to be a good father.
Now you realize it's too dark and we can't see you.
And how to be a good father. And
good. Now go back to the ground again and lay down and kind of sit like this.
But how to how to be a good person. And it's like the echo. I'm on the phone. I feel like I'm finally trying to live my life the right way with the right person. And Nico, I'm on the phone with the librarian. Like this is, and I don't want to mess up too much. And I don't know. I want to be of use, of service, worthwhile. Or the other thing that we're supposed to be, happy. I want to be vulnerable and I want to love completely. Do you have any books like that?
I don't, sir. Sorry.
Oh.
You could have my phone number though.
Oh, stab.
Yeah, dude, good. That was fun. See, now Nico became a real star of the show there.
Big time.
And I knew I couldn't ignore him.
No, you couldn't. It was impossible. And that's
real.
But that's good. It's interesting. So that's what I mean by you started when I got you down on the ground like that, and I didn't know it was going to be a good shot because I felt like I was directing you here. I didn't know it was going to be a good shot till I saw you get down low, and then it was a crotch angle, unfortunately, but I saw you go down low, and I'm like, ooh, this would be an interesting angle. Let's do this. We get all the way down on the ground, which would be funny because he's talking to a librarian, and why would he be laying down? It doesn't make any sense. And so I want you to now. This is everyone's homework, is to go. Okay, my camera is a part of the show. My computer is a part of the show. I have to find a way to come in close, to pull out, to leave frame, to come back into frame. If you take off your hat or something and then you get up and you happen to drop your hat right where just the camera can see it and can't see anything else, and then what can you do and create in your background where you have the lighting? Like there was one time when it was just we could just see a silhouette of you. So as you're practicing and you find that angle, you're like, oh, dude, there's a silhouette here. How could I use that? All right? Cool. You got anything, Bri?
No, man, that was awesome. And use your dog because it's great.
Nico. All right, dude. Very good. Moving on to the next person. Joey.
Next up, we have MICAELA. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Kimberly, then MICAELA.
Kimberly, then MICAELA.
I had set up the next, on deck.
He was already set, just getting ahead.
It's my bad.
It happens.
It really does.
Here we go.
Kimberly was on Mornings with Matt.
Hi.
Sure was.
Hey, hello, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
How is life? Are you crushing it?
Working on it still.
Well, let's go.
Really good at procrastinating, but I've been doing a few things.
So you've been progressing through your procrastination. You're getting much better at it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's really good.
Exactly.
All right, let's get going. I'm going to jump right in because I know we got a lot of people in here. Here we go. And everyone, as usual, do not forget, you should be taking notes along the way. You must be learning off of everybody else's critique so you can apply it to yours. Okay, here we go.
Can you go ahead and move yourself up in frame a little bit?
Yeah, that's good.
That's better. That's even better.
Ooh.
Is it a computer?
Yeah.
That's right too far.
Nah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a computer.
Okay,
Perfect.
go for it.
Why do these guys play stupid games? Why this dumb 3-day rule? I mean, if you like me and you're thinking about me, pick up the phone and dial my number. Right? What is it? So they don't look desperate for something? They're trying to prove their manliness? Waiting 3 days is stupid and gets the guy nowhere. And by the time he does get on calling, who wants to be bothered?
All right, good. Let's pause. Grab the computer. Who are you talking to? Your friend, right?
Yeah.
Do you know?
My friend, myself, just whoever is around to listen.
Okay. So are you talking to like an audience, or do you have somebody you're speaking to?
I feel like I'm mostly talking to myself, but I am also kind of acting like there's somebody else in the room.
Yeah, I think let's have you talk to somebody through the camera. Let's have it be a friend, okay? And you're frustrated. So bring the camera from the computer right up to your face.
Okay.
Yeah, right up in there. And then a little bring your face a little lower, so camera a little higher. There you go. All right, now just be really annoyed and bring your eyes up and close and just kind of be angry to your friend about this guy.
Build off that frustration we found last week.
Why do these guys play stupid games? Why do they have this dumb 3-day rule? I mean, if they like me and they're thinking about me, pick up the phone and dial my number, right?
Good.
Why?
Yeah, keep the computer. Good. You keep the computer there and keep getting super angry and scream the monologue. So leave the computer and be screaming the monologue and go get a snack. Just leave it. Be screaming. Go. Keep the monologue going.
Keep talking.
I mean, what is it? They're trying it to prove they're manly, desperate or something? I mean, by the time they do get on calling, who wants to be bothered?
Grab anything to eat. Anything. Go get food. Keep talking.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pick up the phone when he does get around to calling.
Keep talking.
Let him leave voicemail. Yeah. And then, by the time, and when he does call, I'm gonna just let it ring. Oh, it's him. Oh my gosh, it's him. Should I answer it?
Go really close. Come in really close. Should I answer it?
Should I answer it? Should I pick it up? Oh my gosh. No. You do? Okay. I'm gonna let it ring. Waiting for the little boop thing when somebody leaves a message. He didn't leave a message. Dang it! Okay.
Good. Scream and run around the room a little bit, back and forth. Run.
Should I call him back?
Run.
Oh my gosh! Should I call him back?
Run. You're not running. Back and forth across the frame. Back and forth, so we can't see you and then we can see you. Back and forth. Run.
I don't even know.
Run. I want to see you run. Go. All right, good. Come on back. Let's talk about it. Turn the computer around so we can see you.
Okay.
All right. So this turned into it. It really felt like you were a girl sort of in her dorm room or something, connecting with a friend and super frustrated and very casual. And you were just having this conversation and you didn't really care that anybody was watching you. And that's how this has to feel. It's got to feel like a real interaction where you're, the camera's on and we're talking, but I'm not trying too hard. Like, that's the key to acting anyways, for me to forget that the camera's there, forget the audience is there, and just be myself. So now what I want you to do is, it's just like everyone else. This is going to be everyone's homework, and everyone's going to get this lesson tonight in their own way. How can I creatively set up my space and really block this thing out and use the medium? So you might grab the computer and throw it up on a shelf and have it tilt down towards you at one point. Then you could walk in, walk out. It's funny to have somebody walk in and out of frame back and forth when she's upset about the guy looking at the phone, And then you're like far away, we can hardly see you, but we can hear you. And then you come back in and you get really close. Like, it's just interesting. And it's so much more entertaining, I have to tell you, than just having you set the computer there and stand and present a monologue. Because this is the given circumstances, is we are on video, so you just use it, is my point. All right? So for next week, that's what you're going to do. You're going to full costume, props, everything, but know that the background, the way you use the computer, it's all important. And I want you to actually record yourself. Use QuickTime or whatever else. Record yourself on a device and then watch it back and go, okay, what other choices could I have made? When did it get boring? When is it interesting? How can I use the piece and use the medium to entertain an audience? Because that's essentially what I'm trying to do. Whether it's dramatic or funny, it doesn't matter. Like, my job is it to be entertaining.
And jumping on that too, I want you to go through and I want you to rifle through this piece as far as like practicing the words. Doesn't mean you have to, but I saw moments like where you were still trying to find it.
Yeah.
In order to explore this to the full potential that it has, and there's so much potential in this, you've got to be able to just throw the whole thing out super fast without thinking about it, like your ABCs, by next week. And if you can do that and explore the room, you are going to have so much fun with this piece.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Next up, we have
MICAELA, right?
MICAELA. It's fine, Brian. Why don't you announce everybody?
Sorry, I got really
in?
excited.
It's cool.
I got excited.
Totally took one of my
I
only
did. I
jobs.
steal your thunder a lot, and I did it right then for sure.
Yeah, you really took it from right under me. It's been a rough. It's been a real rough night.
Hello there. Welcome.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, Matt. I don't think I've met you yet.
Hello. And how do you say your name?
It's MICAELA.
MICAELA?
Yeah, close.
She'll take it.
MICAELA?
MICAELA.
Better anything than Michaela, I'll take.
Okay. All right. All right, let's go for this thing. And you've been listening so far, so you understand what I'm hoping you do, right?
Yes. So, okay. So originally I had this kind of taking place in a park, but now I'm thinking maybe I should tune it up to like maybe it's happening over FaceTime.
It has to be.
Okay. Then
So,
I'm going to sit down.
Yeah, do that. Sit down, but I also now I want you to be at some point get up, and I want you to pick up your device. I want you to move around with it. I want you to leave frame, come back into frame. I want you to be creative, and right now it's going to be an improv, but for the next class, I want you to have really worked it, like rehearsed it, and worked out your blocking and used what you have.
Okay.
So and what's cool about this is technically it could be in a park. Only if we were having class during the day and you were outside, we could totally do that. But right now, you have what you have available to you. So this room is one of the options, but then you'll have your whole house or apartment, whatever you have, as your option. So just think that through for the next class and like, where do I really want to be and how do I want to set this up?
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Don't do it. Don't open that little box one more crack.
All right, hold on. I'm going to stop you real quick. So the other thing I've been learning about this genre is it's really interesting. It's a little bit difficult, but normally we say don't look at the camera. In this genre, you have to. So you can't look at me. You actually have to look in the lens to be looking at me. Now you're looking at me. That's right.
Okay.
So if you look at me actually in your phone, you give me I feel like I have the freedom to look away. when you look in the lens, I feel like I don't. Like if I'm looking at you just like this, it feels like I'm actually looking into your eyes. But if I look at you here, it looks like I'm not.
Okay.
Right?
I didn't even think of that.
So let go of the picture of me and be imagining whoever you're talking to in that camera lens, and it's going to make me feel like you're talking directly to me, and it will make everyone else, the whole audience that's watching online, feel like you're talking directly to them too.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll start over.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't open that little box one more crack. Don't ask me to marry you. Shh. Don't say another word. Just listen. I can't let you do this to me. I mean, before I met you, I used to be such a bitch. I mean, seriously, everyone at work thought I was a huge bitch. No one actually liked me. Those people I introduced to you as my friends, they're not my friends. They're scared of me. Or they were. Before I met you. Before you, I never said please or thank you at restaurants. I never smiled or laughed at anyone's jokes but mine. I never used to tip more than 10%. I was quick with insults, always had a cruel word. I was cold, cross, crass, falsely compassionate. But since being with you, I've begun to feel all warm inside, fuzzy. I find myself wanting to stroll in the park and whistle. I have these thoughts, these urges to donate to charities and to help soup kitchens and hug people. Since being with you, I've donated nearly $10 to homeless men, helped 3 old ladies cross the street, and I bought my so-called friends a present at full price. And it was something I knew she'd like. Don't you see? Don't you see you've made me nice? And what really scares me is that you'll open that little box and ask me to marry you, and I'll nicely say yes. And then I'll be nice for life. I'll be singing Kumbaya for the rest of my days. I'll give back to the community, to the Salvation Army, to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I'll do it anonymously. And then one day, years from now, I'll wake up and I'll have the realization that I lived a good life, that I contributed. Please, for the love of God, put that box away. I mean, the planet already has millions of nice people. It doesn't need me too. I am a bitch, and I want to stay that way. Please, stop. Don't. I'm asking you. No. I'm begging you. I'm getting down on my knees. Please, please, don't marry me. Okay.
What is this from?
This is called "It's Terrible Being Nice" from Goodbye Charles. It's a play.
Okay, awesome. That's hilarious. That's good. Okay, cool. So I liked it. It's interesting. The couple places that really got to me that I thought were funny were when you went down to bag so I could see your hands, just only your hands in the frame. That was hilarious. I liked when you came into screen and out and you sort of paced a little bit. But I want it to be a little bit more intentional for the next one. Okay. And be careful to I don't want you to play this too character-y. Like it's already a character as in and of itself because it's so weird. You know, she's obviously saying the opposite of what people normally say, which is funny. But it comes across sometimes as a little whiny.
Okay. Oh, I don't want that.
So I want you to ground her and play her very real and get through it. So it was like it was coming across as a little bit monotonous. So it would be like the same note, the same note, the same note, where you're like, you know, please don't marry me. Here's what I'm thinking, and like kind of that same tone. Instead of being like, I wonder if you could be very serious about this.
I never thought of it that way, honestly. Like doing it serious.
Like very serious, yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Okay.
Like I think that's part of the funny is if you can find a way to play the girl who's in the movie who's very serious the other direction. Because that's the normal. The normal is to say, hey, look, I'm ready to settle down. We've been together for a really long time, but I have dreams and aspirations, and I want to be married and have kids. And if you're not ready to settle down, pal, then, you know, we're going to have to move on. I love you. But, right, like that's the monologue we're all used to. She's saying the opposite, but I wonder if she could deliver it the same way with the same emotion, the same passion, very grounded and real. Yeah. Then you'll have some place to go, but you won't already be at you won't already be at 12.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see where you're going. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. And then now too, as you record yourself, and this is the fun part, you're gonna get to see like, oh, that's funny, that's an interesting choice, or whatever, and add things to your room that could possibly be used.
Okay.
So last night, for instance, one of our actors happened to have a ukulele in the room. And I was like, okay, we're using the ukulele. And so she picked it up at one point and then she played like an angry note and then sang part of her song. But like, why not? Because it's, you know, it's a part of what's going on around you. So you can start thinking, what are things I could put out and then might potentially get used somehow, some way?
Okay.
This is really fun. It was great to meet you. It's
nice to meet you. Thank you.
MICAELA?
MICAELA.
You're thinking of ukulele.
MICAELA.
There you go, MICAELA. Yeah.
MICAELA. All right, good. Wonderful.
And next up, we've got Olivia. Woo!
It's so funny seeing Shay's face right here every time.
Yeah, only you see it. I take it away from everybody else. They don't get to see it.
Poor everybody else.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's understanding this, because it's like, it's pretty incredible what we stumbled across here. We're all of a sudden, we really did find a new genre. As you're watching everybody, you're going, oh, dang, like this is really good acting. This is fun to watch. Hello there.
Hi.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I feel like this is like improv and script all in one. It's
totally.
Like it's a twofer tonight.
Well, and then eventually, so this is, the acting is reminding me of like The Office or that style of show.
Yes.
And those actors are very well trained, very rehearsed. They've memorized all their lines, but they make it look like it's happening on the spot, right?
Yeah, in like real time.
That's right. And that's exactly what we've been teaching from the beginning, which is our script should look like improv, our improv should look like script. And so you're right. Like this is all coming together here, and we're literally figuring out a new genre as we go. So
we should pitch this to Netflix and make a lot of money.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea. You do the pitch, and we'll share the money.
All right. I have to tell you this, because if I don't, I'm gonna burst into flames. You are cheese. You are so cheese. The cheesiest cheese I have ever met in my life. You are so cheese that it drips out of your pores and stinks up any room you walk into. Every damn idea you have is piggybacking off of someone else.
All right, pause. What was that pause right there? Was that you just thinking of line?
It was me trying to play a pause and come up with a response.
Okay.
To what I'm envisioning the person doing or saying.
Do you have cheese?
Do I have cheese?
Yeah.
Like in my fridge?
Yeah, like real cheese.
Yeah.
Can
you want me to go get it?
Please, we need the cheese. My son's looking at me like, "What are you doing, Dad? You're weird."
I think we've discovered all kinds of weird tonight. That's fine. It's a weird night.
There you go.
Want me to eat it? Want me to eat it?
I don't know yet, but I think you're gonna look at this guy. Is it a guy you're talking to, right?
It's a woman.
It's a woman. Okay, so you're gonna look at this woman, and you're going to be just like that. Okay, very just deadpan, straight.
You want me to hold it?
Yeah, maybe, and then maybe you pull it. Maybe you pull out a slice, and then maybe you get close to the camera, and then maybe if you want to eat it or rip it or throw it, whatever, because the cheese represents her. And I want you to actually find the cheese. So now that you have it to play with, okay, when you get to that very first part where you're going to say cheese, I want you to kind of look around, and then you're going to decide, this is the best thing I can come up with is this for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't, it's not premeditated for her to compare her to cheese. She's coming up with it on the spot. And now she's going like, okay, how are all the ways you're like cheese?
Okay. Do you want me to start from the top?
Yeah.
Since it's so early in the scene?
Yeah, what's her name that you're talking to?
I don't know, Kirsty.
Kirsty? Okay. And what did she do?
She's like a friend of hers, but like an estranged friend of hers, but they happen to work in the same like law firm business place, place, something like that.
Good. So
she's
play this
kind of pissed.
Yeah, so play this very straight, and we're gonna be calling, and you're mad clearly. I know you're mad, but I'm gonna pretend like you're not. I'm just gonna give you an opening line to kind of get you into it. All right. And then you start, and you go right into the monologue.
Okay, sure.
Hey, you look mad or something. Everything all right? Are you okay? What's going on?
I have to tell you this because if I don't, I'm going to burst into flames.
Okay, go ahead.
You are cheese.
Cheese?
You are so cheese. The cheesiest cheese I have ever met in my life. You are so cheese that it drips out of your pores and stinks up any room you walk into.
Good. Go back. That's funny. All right, good. We're only gonna get through the beginning of this. I can tell. Go back. Okay. Go find your cheese you threw over there. It's like a hot commodity nowadays too. I think cheese. I'm not sure, but I'm glad you have some. So now I need you to find it for the very first time you say it.
Find it for the first time.
Yeah. So you are, and then she's looking for an insult, but maybe she's not the type of person to curse. So yeah. she's trying to decide like what is the biggest insult, and she looks around and she's like and go get it, pick it up, bring it right to the camera, put it right in her face, and be like, this is what you are, on the very first one.
Okay.
All right.
I have to tell you this because if I don't, I'm going to burst into flames. You are...
Let's go back. Go quicker through this opening beat. So that so the first time you pause is to find the cheese.
Okay. I have to tell you this because if I don't, I'm going to burst into flames. You are...
Good. Again, really quick. Even after flames, no pause. Because if I don't, I'm going to burst into flames. You are, and then you're right about to say something, and that's the first pause.
Okay.
So if you pause after you and then pause after are, you kind of give it away. But if you get all the way to the beat, then there's actually a surprise when we come up with cheese because we're expecting a curse. And then it's not. It's a produce. Or not produce. Thank you, Joy. All right.
I have to tell you this because if I don't, I'm going to burst into flames.
No pause. You did it again.
Sorry.
It's okay. Go again.
I have to tell you this because if I don't, I'm going to burst into flames. You are cheese. You are so cheese. The cheesiest cheese I have ever met in my life.
You should have shown me by now.
I did.
Oh, yeah, hold it there. Keep it.
Let's keep it here?
Yeah.
You're so cheese.
Put it right in my face.
That it drips out of your pores and stinks up any room you walk into.
All right, good scene. All right, so we got to stop there. But this is going to be the idea, okay? So you want to think about the rhythm and the beats of this thing because if you if you give away the cheese, that is going to be the funny. So we've got to hurry up and get to the pause, then find it. And now that becomes like our joke that we come back to, but you're going to play it very deadpan. So really think about this like it's an Office episode, like you're playing Jim or one of the characters who's trying to get themselves through this moment. I guess it's more of like a Dwight moment probably, but but that's the idea, okay?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Thank you much.
Thank you.
So what you were saying, how much time do we have?
We have 25 minutes.
Perfect.
Next up we have Brooke Mueller. B-R-O-O-K-E. Brooke.
So have you figured out how to do the text on there? You've been doing that?
Yeah, I've been doing that.
How's it been going? Pretty good?
It's been going good. Sometimes it's overlapping, but I've been
Yo,
getting
Brooke.
rid of it. But
Thanks, Joey. All right, we got to get right to it. Brian's put me on. He's like, dude.
I'm doing it. I'm like,
dude, you're doing that thing you do where you're taking too much time. So, all right, here we go.
Okay. Should I like move around for it or just stay?
Yo, you've been watching the class. I think you know the answer to that.
I know, but like.
Come on, be brave. Be brave.
Okay.
Here's the thing. It's just like any other class that we've taught before that you've been a part of. If you don't surprise you, then you're not surprised, and if you're not surprised, we're not surprised, and then it becomes something that's clearly rehearsed, and then we get bored.
Yeah.
So your job is to deliver the essence of this monologue, and also to keep us engaged. So it doesn't matter how long it is, how short it is, whatever. Like if I'm bored because I know what happens next because you're giving me something that feels like it's monotonous, then I'm out. So you got to find a way to make you feel surprised, so you get excited to go like, I don't know what's going to happen next. That's a good thing. And I know you've heard me say this before in class. Like I remember saying this exact thing to you when you were about to walk out of the room. You want to feel out of control. So gift yourself that thing where it really feels like you're on a FaceTime call with somebody. Yeah. And you're improvising, you're talking to them, and if you get mad and you want to leave the frame, leave the frame. If you want to shove something in their face, you get to do that. If you want to throw the phone because it's us and you just don't want to talk to us, like that's great too. If you want to lay back on the bed and just give yourself one of these angles, like anything goes. If it makes sense for the piece and it helps you get across the essence.
What if it doesn't fit in to like the theme of the piece though?
You got to find a way to make this genre fit.
Okay.
And the only way to do it is by just trying things.
Yeah, and sometimes it'll cause you to do a little rewrite. But think about it. Like a lot of plays, a lot of things have been done where it's written to be outside or something, and we put it on inside of a theater, right? And we ask everyone, hey, believe us. So we're kind of doing the same deal, only now it's a different genre. So you have to think, if this playwright or whoever wrote this wrote it with the intention of it being performed this way, how would I creatively as an artist find a way to make it interesting? Like I'm already more interested in the angle you have right now than I'd liked a minute ago.
You like this one better or worse?
Better, way better.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it's more authentic. That's the crazy thing about this style of acting that we just stumbled upon is that this feels very real because it is. Yeah. You know, you're putting us in your living room, in your bedroom, like wherever you are, like we are. It's very intimate, so we feel like this is really happening right now.
Yeah.
Brooke, you have to make Captain proud.
Thank you, Joey.
Let's make it happen. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen for the captain.
For the captain. Let's go.
Yeah. He's sleeping again.
He's a beautiful dog.
Oh, so cute.
Okay. I'm going to start sitting, though.
Do whatever you want.
Okay. We are trying to build up life, Lady Hutchinson, on a better, truer, purer basis than life rests on here. And this sounds strange to you all, no doubt. How could it sound other than strange?
Okay, pause. You're not looking at the script, are you?
No.
Okay, so I didn't think so. But the way your eyes are darting,
I know.
It makes it look like you're cheating when you're not.
Well, my way of saying it is like, because she's talking to like a room full of people.
Yeah, but guess what? Not anymore. Now she's talking to a room full of people all on video, just like we did a second ago.
Yeah.
They're all there, same idea, but now you're talking into the video to all the people. So you got to understand, you can still talk to a big audience. Like right now, for instance, I could turn to this camera, Joey can go close up on me, and I can talk to 1,000 people online watching this class right now. So you can do the same. You're now speaking to a room full of elegant human beings, and they're all watching you in quarantine, and you're telling them what's what.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, go again.
Okay. We are trying to build up life, Lady Hudson. Sorry, my dog is growling. Hold on.
Hey, Captain, it's about time you woke up, pal.
Yeah, really.
Hold on.
If you're not following the captain on Instagram, you really need to be doing this.
It's true. Okay.
It's true. Okay. All right, and weirdly enough, like we're already at our time because I spent time in the beginning trying to force you into starting. So I just want you to know this. Brian's like nudging me here, and I understand. He's right. But I need you to get through the beginning here. So get your face right up in the screen because here's another thing about these angles. You can do so much to give yourself prominence, to make yourself look more confident, less confident. And everybody, you can study camera angles and realize if I go here, there's a reason I like taking selfies with my camera up because I look a certain way. If my chin's a little bit down, I look a certain way. If I bring it down here, I look a certain way. So what is she trying to get across? And somebody who's trying to say, I own the room right now, put your face right up in the camera. Like, come right up in me. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. And tell them what's what.
Okay.
And look right in the lens.
Okay.
Go.
We are trying to build up life, Lady Hustonton.
Why'd you look down? Why'd you look down? It looked like you were cheating. It looked like you were looking at the script. You had power and then you lost it. Do it again.
Okay.
Right up closer. Intimidate.
We are trying to build up life, Lady Hustonton.
She did it again. Good. But okay, now you figured out your bad habit. But check this out. When you watch this back, you're going to go, oh, dude, it's weird. That actually looks good. Like it feels weird, but it looks good on camera. Like all of a sudden, I feel like I believe this is happening right now.
Yeah.
All right? All right, take this, work on it. We're going to be performing next week, and I want you to think about your entire environment, your costumes, your props, everything, and you're going to full out do it next week.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Captain.
Hey, Captain. Next up, we have Carol Bennett.
Brooke was on Mornings with Matt the other day, and she was a great guest.
She was on Mornings with Matt, and that's where we met Captain.
Yeah, Captain's a great dog.
Captain is a great dog.
Love Captain.
Really a once in a lifetime dog.
And I'm just, again, surprised the Captain's awake. That was really amazing.
I'm surprised Captain's still asleep. I mean, Captain was asleep the entire show we did. Now Captain's still sleeping, and then wakes up just in time to ruin the hey, there she is.
Oh, hi. I'm a little... Okay, hold on. There we go.
We got it.
Okay, Brian, I did my journal, but I just saw that I wrote your email. I think I was supposed to send it to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
my homework, and I apologize. I didn't do that.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it was for you. So please send it. That would be awesome. Would love to look it over, but it was actually for you to just get deeper into her and her journaling. So you did it every single day.
I did. I got, all these entries. It's good.
That's awesome. Okay. So
did you learn a lot about her?
Yeah, I feel so sorry for her now. I totally did.
That's great.
Okay,
cool.
So
are you picking up on this, Carol, on this, like, this whole new, like, way to look at this thing?
Yes, and so what's interesting is originally I thought we're going to be having sort of a fight in a car, but now I just realized that I'm going to be home, I guess, and on FaceTime with my boyfriend.
Yes.
He's calling me out for being, he's calling me out because we were just at his family get together, and I was sad and jealous because I was mad at myself for not opening up because everybody was being so nice to me, but I was like, man, like, why can't you respond?
Good.
And,
so does she start at a 10? Does she start like super mad already?
Yeah, well, I'm mad at myself because I'm like, I know, like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be nice to these people and open up to them because they're trying so hard to, include me?
All right, good. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of direction here, just based off what I see in the room, okay? And then your creativity is gonna come into play for the next class, where you're gonna figure out what else could I do. All right.
Right.
So what I want you to do is start the monologue while walking away from us and go around the corner, around the other side of the wall, and keep sort of shouting at the phone. And the boyfriend's in the phone, and anytime you look at us or the boyfriend, you're gonna look right into the lens. And sometimes you might pick it up, sometimes you could throw it down, whatever. Like whatever she's doing, she's occupied, but she's having all these feelings. And just let yourself keep moving and doing. Okay.
So my phone is actually on a tripod, so I don't know how to pick it up and do that stuff.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just figure out what I can do.
Yeah.
All right. So I was planning to be sitting down, so this is going to be super fun.
Yeah. So just ready? Okay. Start walking away and go.
Okay. I keep things in. Things.
Go. Walk away. Around the corner. Keep shouting at him.
Okay. Let me start over.
Yeah. We don't need to see. Oh, is that like a door right there? I thought this was like a hallway behind us.
No, it's just a little area in this room.
Oh, that's a window. I thought that was a door right there. That's crazy.
Oh, that's a window.
That was an illusion.
Just a little walkway.
Okay, good. So instead, what I want you to do, here's what I want you to do instead. Walk past us. Walk past the camera.
Okay.
So come back in frame.
Okay.
And walk this way so that we can't see you.
Okay.
I want you can't. There's no room.
I can only go that way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll set it up better next week.
No. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. What I want to have happen is I want you to be just super mad and we can't see you, and then we reveal you at some point.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna start my dialogue off camera.
Or like as you're walking off camera.
Okay.
And not even looking at him because you know he's there.
Okay. I keep things in. Things, emotions, my emotions. And I know that that's probably not a good thing, but life has made me this way. I have a tendency to show no emotion when I'm feeling emotion.
Go. Walk. Go.
Have a hard time opening up to someone. I get closed off. I feel that by being emotional in front of someone kind of makes me really vulnerable and weak. And I have a hard time with that. Being in that state of vulnerability, it's not a place where I like to be because I feel like I'm not in control. And when I'm not in control, I get anxiety.
Come right up to the frame. Come all the way up. More.
Whenever I truly love someone and open up myself to them,
Look him right in the eyes.
They have always stabbed me in the back, and I have a hard time with that. And it could be anyone. Friends, family, boyfriends.
Now walk away, out of the frame. Keep talking.
I'm not sure if I truly trust anyone in my life. It's sort of a protective shield I put up, and it only gets stronger with time.
Go back off again. Hold on, go back off. And keep talking, and at some point you're gonna surprise us. And when you surprise us, your face. When you come back in, I want your face right in the frame. So the first thing we see is your face.
To be protected, and I feel torn because every time I take a risk, I get hurt, and I'm not sure if I should keep taking those risks. Scene.
Yeah, good. So I know what you were doing. You were creating this blank space for yourself, and so but you're in this confined space. What I meant was like you can play the being off thing. So you're off camera, and then we don't know when you're gonna come back or how. And you can hear me, but you have no idea where I am. And then at some point in time, you might come back in and be like, "Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand?" Like, I bet you have no idea. And then and maybe you come back in frame and you've changed. Like you're wearing like a different shirt or something, or you're doing your makeup. Like there's all this stuff going on, and she's at this meanwhile just sort of ripping on this guy and giving him like her life story, but she's also still like very active in whatever the heck she's doing.
Yeah. So I got to make a space. So I just did this because it was like this little clean white wall.
No, totally. And you know what it is? This was how we would have normally done it. Like this is what I would have asked you to do last week. But now all of a sudden we've opened up this new idea and we're going, hey, this could be really fun.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
Endless. You can use camera angles. You can use props. Like, I mean, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I don't know if I want to go back.
Yeah.
So you get the new homework, basically?
I love the new homework.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Good. And I'm so happy that Brian gave you that other piece of homework to do the journal, and now you love her and care for her and you feel bad for her. So now you can get into her shoes, and then I want to see all kinds of different notes. Like imagine she's mad, and she leaves the frame. We don't see her for a second. She comes back in, and she's full of tears. And we're like, what happened off screen and then back? We don't know. So there's all these things you can start to play with now.
Right, because the first few times I did this, I was just sad the whole time. This time I was mad because she's mad at herself, she's mad at her boyfriend, she's mad at her life. Really.
Totally, yeah. And even this, just so you can practice it, pick up the tripod.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, just pick it up. There you go, and then just bring it, and then just bring it into you. Yeah, so you have that kind of control. Even if it's on a tripod, you can use it, set it down. You can tilt it over on the bed. It's sideways. There's really anything you can do, and then what you're going to do is record it, watch it back, and then think, hey, what other opportunities could I think of?
Yeah.
You know who would love this is your son.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the comedy he does on Instagram, like for real. Like he does this weird stuff, and I'm like, this is totally right up his alley.
Yeah, Jack could definitely help me out.
Oh, he would crush this.
He's home now, too.
Is he? Oh, cool. Tell him I said hello.
Yes. I will.
All right. Good job, Carol.
Good job, Carol.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next up, we have B. V.
It's funny because the delay, you tend to announce them, and then there's like this I expect them to be there, and there she is. It's V. I gotta get excited again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing. A lot of the time, she's actually there. You just can't see her yet because I haven't put her screen up. So
that's what I'm saying. If you get her screen up right away, then it I'm not waiting.
I don't have that choice.
Ooh.
So just take a little longer to announce.
Speaking of choices, let's jump right into this thing, huh?
All right, V, let's see it.
Okay.
What you got?
All right.
You been watching? Are you down with this thing we got going on?
Yeah, but I feel like with mine it's kind of hard because even it's from a movie, so the scene is they're just there, they're not really moving.
All right, let's find out if you're right, because I'm sure that every piece can be adapted in some way.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Because I've been to a million audition, and the same thing happens every time where I get interrupted because someone wants to get a sandwich, or I'm crying and they start laughing, or there's people sitting in the waiting room and they're like me but pretty and better because maybe I'm not good enough. No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm one of those people that always wanted to do it, but it's like a pipe dream for me, And then you said it. You change your dreams and then grow up. Maybe I'm one of those people and I'm not supposed to. And I can go back to school, find something else I'm supposed to do. Because I left. I left to do that. And it's been 6 years. And I don't want to do it anymore. See.
All right, good. So there's this concept that I preach in class, in person, and that is, I want you to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Okay.
The most fun, exciting, entertaining acting, both to do and to watch, is somebody who's figuring it out as they go along. So I want you to, we're going to do just the beginning here again, and I'm going to open up your mind to the fact that there are more possibilities, and then you're going to figure out, how do I bring my own spin to this, and just figure out a way to make it my own, okay?
Okay.
So here's what you're going to do. Are you on a phone? Looks like you're on a phone. Okay, good. Grab the phone. Okay, come right up in your face, get angry, say the very beginning, and then when you're done, I want you to put the phone right on the ground, like with authority, if it's carpet or something like that. But just put the phone down sort of angrily, and then wait a second. Okay, so go ahead.
And like, would you see me, or like you can't see me?
Yes, so we can see you, and then you're gonna put it down, and we don't have to see you again. Then you're gonna come over it, and you're gonna like almost like you're wrestling the phone.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Gotcha. Because.
Good. Now come right over the phone. Come down on it. So put it on the ground. Is it all the way to the floor?
Oh no.
Yeah, put it all the way to the ground. Good. Now come over it, almost like you're wrestling somebody. Put your face right up in there.
Okay. Because I've been to a million auditions, and the same thing happens every time, where I get interrupted because someone wants to get a sandwich, or crying and they start laughing, or there is people sitting in the waiting room, and they're like me, but pretty and better at it because.
Is there like a soft place in where you are right now?
Yeah, there's my bed. Yeah.
Great. Throw the phone to the bed.
Okay.
Say the next line and just throw it.
Because maybe I'm not good enough.
And shout right now. Next line. We don't need to see you.
No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm one of these people that always wanted to do it, but it's like a pipe dream for me, you know.
Good. Now grab the phone again.
And then you said it.
All right, good. We'll stop there. So that's what I'm talking about. Like you're your own cinematographer now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to realize your job just got harder, and more fun. Like, how am I going to make creative choices?
Yeah.
Spin creative angles and find some way to make this unique. My son, who's here today, he was in the kids acting class, and he was doing a monologue from Home Alone. He was
so good.
Kevin McAllister. And so he leaves the frame, he comes back in, and he's wearing the robe, he's got shaving cream on his face, and he's like doing the whole thing, looking in the mirror. It was hilarious. But and then he was finding a way to like talk and get close to the camera. It was so funny. So the idea now is like all of a sudden you have, rather than thinking you have less at your disposal as an actor, I want you to think I have more at my disposal. And by practicing being creative in this way, this is going to help me when I go to any audition or any room, that I can say, instead of saying how am I limited here, you're going to think to yourself, how can I creatively use the space or the situation from now on to be the one that stands out.
Gotcha.
All right?
Yeah. Wouldn't it make you like kind of like, it's a sad, monologue, and like,
yeah, but
like
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
funny.
Let me tell you something. I don't sign up to watch sad. I don't want to be sad.
Okay.
Okay. I don't mind being sad, but I still have to be entertained, right?
Yeah.
So like I could watch a sad movie as long as there's interesting camera angles, and they cut in close and then move to a different angle and do something that keeps me interested. But I don't just want to watch someone be sad from the same angle the whole time. That's boring to me.
Gotcha.
So your job now is to go, okay, how do I bring across the essence of this piece, but also so I get across her emotion, but at the same time I don't leave the audience just to like watch me perform, but actually make them a part of this experience. That's what I want to get across.
Gotcha.
So I'm not saying you got to throw the phone or whatever, but if she would, you should.
Okay.
Right? Like she's mad or she's hurt and she's whatever. So now I want you to think about, what would she do? How would she use the thing? And then come up with a bunch of different creative choices. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job.
Thank you.
Woo! All right. Last but not least, we've got Nick Malata.
Hey, it's Nick Malata, everybody.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, we're bringing in a Nick.
Hey, you doing, man?
Hey, yo, Nick, where is your camera?
Well, he's getting the camera going.
I can't see your pretty face.
You're just a big C.
Hang on.
So while he's doing that, I would encourage everybody also to go back, watch everybody
Handsome.
else's also, and see all the different, because Matt sort of used different creative things with each person within this. Steal. Like, seriously, look at other people's stuff and go, oh, that was cool with that. Oh, that was cool with
and
that.
now you got to
try
think
those
about
things.
what's available to me. You know, like,
Yes.
okay, I can't go out shopping maybe in particular places to get props, but what weird stuff do I have at my house that I could, like, destroy or have fun with or whatever? You know, that'd be super interesting. All right, here we go, dude.
All right, Nick.
Okay. So my homework for last week was to practice this. Brian suggested that my character have a few beers, a little bit of a buzz. I envision myself at a bar talking to a buddy or anywhere drinking with a buddy. So just to give you an idea.
Okay, sounds good.
You know, man, I like her. I like her a lot.
All right, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. So I want you to start right there at an under the chin angle. That's like very unflattering because you're drinking and you don't care. And then I want you setting the phone down and trying to balance the phone and being in frame, but you're having a hard time because you're out of a couple. And that's all part of it's going to be a part of it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Start from there.
You know, man, I like her. I like her a lot. I mean, you can even say that I care about her a lot. You know, Jessica's a great girl, but and I know I said this a lot. Maybe it's a problem that I have. I think she's great for somebody else. You know. I hate when I do this shit, man. When I start visualizing the future, when I should be focused on the here and now, in the moment. You know.
All right, good. Pick it up again. So what I meant by that was when you go to put it down, I want to see you trying to balance it in front of you. Like,
oh, I see.
So try to make it a good angle, but you know how it's kind of hard to put a phone down and get it balanced right? It's even harder for him because he's had a couple.
So like flat on its back, like down on the bar, like?
No, like propped up against something because you're trying to make yourself look good.
And let's adjust this slightly, Nick. You are drinking, you are talking to your friend, but let's put it in that FaceTime environment. So like, you have your beer, you are at home, you are venting, but it's because you're doing it anyway, straight to the phone.
Yeah, like this is social distancing going to the bar is what this is.
Exactly. Happy hour over video.
You're hanging out with your bar buddies from your house.
Gotcha. Okay. From the top or?
Yeah, from the top is good. And right where you are, actually. Right where you are is good. Bring the camera back up. Yeah, right there. And I'm going to give you another note. Let's give you 3 more beers. He's 3 more deep and a shot.
And a shot. Okay.
Okay.
Yo, man, I like her.
Yeah, good. Bring the phone really close.
You know, man, I like her. I like her. I can't even say that I care about her. You know?
Keep talking right through the beer. Yeah, go again. And when you drink, I want you to be able to essentially talk and drink. Like the drink, it barely interrupts your speech, and you keep going because you're just like extreme consciousness. And you just tell him like, I do like her. You know, I'm just thinking about her a lot. And I shouldn't be, I know, but I do, and I did, but I don't really care, but I do.
Oh man, I like her. I like her a lot. See, I mean, and I know I say this a lot. It's a problem that I have, but she's great for somebody else, you know?
Good. Now look behind you and see the stairs, and they'd be like, oh, that's a great idea. I could prop the phone there, and keep talking.
Oh, hang on a minute.
No. Don't do that. Don't tell me to hang on. Just keep doing the monologue, but you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is going to be great. I'm gonna probably be super easy for me to prop this right here. But keep saying the monologue.
You know, I hate when I do this shit, when I start visualizing the future.
Good. And keep talking and keep making yourself look better. Keep raising the different view. And like walk up the stairs and back down, but keep saying your monologue.
I know I say this a lot, and maybe it's a problem that I have, but she's gonna be great for somebody else, you know.
Good. And then go back down the stairs. You're trying to get a good angle on your face.
I hate when I do this shit, when I start, you know, visualizing the future. when I should be focused on the here and now. I mean, I visualize the white picket fence, the house, the kids. She don't want any of that, right? So what am I going to do? You know? You know, and I hate all this judging I do. You know, the girl next to me, she's opening up to me. She's trying to tell me that she loves me, and I got all this other bullshit flying around my head. You know?
Good. Keep talking to him, but look at the dog.
Is any of this making sense to you? Because I don't think it's me. I don't know. Maybe I just need some. I guess I'll just consign her to the stack of wonderful, amazing women that I. Holy shit! It's me. It is me. Maybe I just need some time alone. Okay, see you.
Yeah. Hey! All right, so my son is here. You got to show us the dog because he's a big fan.
So this is Luna. Say hi.
Oh, Jack, how cute is that dog?
So cute.
What kind of dog is Luna?
She's some kind of husky mix. She's a rescue. I'm not really sure.
Awesome.
She's about a year old. She's great.
Is she a good quarantine buddy?
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
pretty much. I've been out of work for about 2 weeks and going back Monday. So
All right. So we've seen a few dogs now via this format and whatnot. So I'm inviting the dogs that are not not gonna like hurt people or anything, but like bring them in. We would like to. Wouldn't you like to meet Luna, Jack?
Yes. Very much.
Jack wants to meet Luna.
I'll set that up.
All right.
Sure.
I would
we
also
appreciate
like
that.
to meet Luna.
Nick, dude, good job. So did we open up your mind a little bit?
Absolutely. I'll be honest with you. I think I forgot like 2 sentences in there because I was going up and down the steps. But I'll work on it this week.
Good, and that's kind of the point. So like you set the if you set the I'm looking at you right now. You set the phone down on a particular staircase, and you're doing your thing, and you're backing up, and you're talking to the guy, and then in your peripheral, you happen to notice the mirror, and you're like, and you're still talking, but you just notice yourself for a second. Like how do you use your space and find ways to not hide it, but be like, I am FaceTiming, and I'm trying to see like what would a drunk guy do while he was FaceTiming, having this conversation about a girl.
Right.
Gotcha. All right.
Good work, Nick.
Dude, this is great. I can't wait to apply this to improv, man. It's going to be so amazing. The next 2 nights, I'm pumped.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Grace, how sweet this. Just kidding.
Nick, thank you for laughing at Brian.
Yeah, I
Here,
appreciate that,
we'll add
buddy.
it to
I
your
really
audience.
appreciate that.
Joey,
Man,
come on,
you're
man.
pressing all the
Joey,
wrong buttons.
Joey, what are you doing, man?
It's funny because I had it in the wide so everybody saw you do that.
Oh, no, it was me.
And then try to blame it on me. All right.
I don't know what's what. I just hit colors.
You don't get to press the button. All right.
You guys, this was incredible. So much fun. I hope we opened up your eyes to the new creativity, and I want you to just take this with you, use it, and find a whole new way to breathe life into your pieces, okay? Brian, you have any last words of encouragement?
That dog. No.
He wants everyone to journal every day about themselves. Just kidding.
No, but just take this and explore, video it. Video. I know Matt said that, but like watch it back, test things, and push your limits. Like I would be very excited to see what you all can do next week. So.
Totally. And I want to tell you, we felt like yesterday we stumbled across a gold mine, and we're like, whoa, this is really cool. Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But how do we do it? We've been stumbling and falling, and truthfully, I keep saying this over and over, but we have reset up this studio here probably 35 times trying to figure out how do we make this an awesome, really cool experience. Like, we are not about just like Zoom. I don't even like Zoom. I don't know if anybody does, but I don't really like it. It's like fine, but I don't want to try to do the same thing I did just over Zoom. That's not interesting to me. How do I reinvent this? And all of a sudden, just by banging our heads against the wall, we found something interesting. So now we kind of want to encourage you to do the same thing. record yourself and think outside the box and find new ways to have fun with this and make it an exploration that's exciting versus like, oh, I'm just trying to get through the quarantine period. You know, I want you to maximize this time. That's the idea.
And,
so,
just admitting Ian right now, he was late to the.
Oh, Ian.
Yeah, and he was probably
he's
napping.
back in his bed.
He is.
He was in bed. I knew it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
man.
Ian.
All right, guys, we love you. We're going to give you, if you want to stick around, it's up to you. We'll give you 5 minutes in the lobby to chill with each other. We're going to check out.